Hi there, this is Jen Kitzmiller in the National Weather Service in Missoula, and I have your weather planning briefing for June 14th, 2020. So a few highlights for the week. We are looking at an overall wet and cool week, especially for the first half of the week, Monday into Wednesday. And there's even some potential to see some snow across southwest Montana Wednesday morning. And then a gradual warm up late in the week and especially by this weekend. So here's a look at the current satellite imagery. This imagery is showing us how cold the tops of the clouds are. So where you're seeing these areas of blue and even green colors, those are areas where the clouds are reaching higher in the atmosphere, so that kind of helps us point out where individual weather systems are. Today, Sunday, we've got this area of low pressure that's currently spinning over the area, and that's going to continue to keep some showery conditions going into Sunday evening, especially across southwest Montana and central Idaho. If you look upstream across western Washington and Oregon here, you'll see a little bit of clearing, so that's going to be a break that we have between weather systems. But if you look upstream of that over the Pacific, you'll see a pretty long train here of moisture and energy that's going to be headed our way. So this is really what's going to be influencing our weather as we go through the next week. So here's just a look at the upper level pattern for Monday into Tuesday. As I mentioned, we're going to get a brief break here Sunday night into Monday morning, but by tomorrow, Monday afternoon, we're going to see this area of low pressure deepen across the Northern Rockies, and that's going to start to bring in the next round of moisture. This is a graphic showing the probability of any particular area getting greater than 1/4 inch of moisture Monday afternoon through Tuesday afternoon. And so you'll see the greatest probabilities for that 1/4 inch of rain is occurring through central Idaho and southwest Montana, up to roughly about Missoula. The further north you go, the smaller the chances that you're going to see precipitation with this first wave for Monday afternoon into Tuesday. As we get into Tuesday into Wednesday, we're going to see a second lobe of that low pressure area move over the area, and there's indications that it may actually deepen and strengthen across southwest Montana. So that's going to bring another round of widespread precipitation, but also the potential for some snow come Wednesday morning. First, here we're looking at the potential of rainfall greater than 1/4 inch, this time for that Tuesday afternoon through Wednesday morning time frame. And in this case, you'll see it's a little bit more widespread, maybe extending all the way up the Continental Divide and possibly up towards Kalispell, up on the Kootenai National Forest. You guys up there have the least chance of seeing greater than 1/4 inch out of this secondary wave of moisture. But as you get further south into the Beaverhead Deer Lodge National Forest, portions of the Bitterroot National Forest, the chances of those heavier precipitation amounts are pretty high. And as that load deepens, snow levels are going to come down enough to where we could actually see some snow, possibly down even into some of the higher valleys across southwest Montana. This is the likelihood of seeing measurable snow Wednesday morning. And you'll see right now the most likely areas are showing up basically across the Georgetown Lake Phillipsburg area. However, there is still some uncertainty in this, some potential that snow levels actually could even come down a little bit lower. So at this point, I wouldn't completely rule out the potential of seeing a little bit of light snow even into Butte and some of these higher elevation valleys come Wednesday morning. As we get into the latter part of the week, things do turn more showery. There's also going to be almost every afternoon a slight chance of seeing some thunderstorms, though at this point Tuesday afternoon looks like the most likely afternoon for that kind of activity. So here's our weather threat matrix, and other than the thunderstorm potential on Tuesday, we did go ahead and highlight southwest Montana on Wednesday as orange, just based purely on that potential for some snow. Again, our confidence isn't super high in this forecast at this point. However, the potential's there to have some impact, so we wanted to go ahead and highlight that. And then Thursday and Friday, showery, slowly warming up, and potential for some afternoon thunderstorms. Looking at the 6 to 10 day outlook, There is some growing confidence that there may be a ridge of high pressure that sets up along the west coast. And so that generally would trend us towards a little bit drier forecast and possibly some above normal temperatures as we get into that June 19th through June 23rd period. So confidence is getting better of seeing that, especially as we get out towards next weekend. So stay tuned on that. That's all we have for today. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call. We're always here and available to help. Thanks and have a great day.